Welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint, where the truth always matters. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. I am your trusted source for hard-hitting conservative news. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Good evening, patriots and listeners, and welcome to another episode of the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. Tonight, we are diving into the heart of Washington, D.C., where the Democrats' desperation is becoming more evident by the day. As we approach the upcoming election, the cracks in the Democrats' facade are widening. From internal conflict to policy failures, the party that once promised hope and change is now grappling with a crisis of confidence. The recent legislative struggles and the inability to unite on key issues have left many wondering if the Democrats can maintain their grip on power. In D.C., the desperation is palpable. The Democrats are caught between appeasing their corporate donors and addressing the real concerns of the American people. Well, this conflict has led to a series of missteps and growing sense of disillusionment among their base. The once solid blue wall is showing signs of crumbling, and the Republicans are ready to capitalize on this opportunity. So tonight, we'll explore the factors contributing to this desperation. We'll discuss their impact and policies on everyday Americans, the rise in crime rates in our cities, and the economic challenges that continue to plague our nation. We'll also take a closer look at the upcoming election and what this means for the future of our country. So sit back, relax, and join me as we uncover the truth behind the Democrats' desperation in D.C. It's time to hold our leaders accountable and demand better for our great nation. So stay tuned, and the Conservative Viewpoint starts now. Welcome, everybody. I'm back from a long-awaited vacation, and it didn't last long enough. But I did partake in a lot of alcoholic beverages while I was out, so I am not well rested. Hi, Tammy, Tina, Vic. Got Vic in there. But you know what? I got a lot of stuff going on today, and I'm going to be putting out a video from the Presidential Wax Museum, hopefully here in the next couple of days if I'm awake enough to do it. I finally got it off my phone and onto my computer, so that's a first step. So we're going to see what happens. But first off, I want to talk about, I was notified that Sean Lively's grandfather flipped his wheelchair over backwards, so he had to be taken to the emergency room. So let's send some prayers out to Sean Lively's grandfather and hope he's doing great. William, what's going on, man? So that's an important one. We want to make sure his grandfather's doing okay. But now we don't have any time to waste, guys. We're going to get into this because I added a few things on here, of course, right before we went live. So, hi, Joan. How are you? So, we're going to get into something, but we're going to start off with something funny because I'm tired of starting off things with bad news because that's all the Democrats are, bad news. So, I got a little video for you, about a minute and a half for you guys to watch. If you didn't see it yet, this was supposedly downloaded today, but I found it hilarious. So take a look at this.
Welcome to McDonald's. You want lies with that?
Who wants a tampon straw?
Hey, baby, you want to put your sausage patty on my hotcakes?
Come on and get your fresh horse
Hey,
shakes.
baby, you want to see me shove 12 nuggets in my mouth?
Hey, guys, there's fresh tampons in the men's
Anybody
bathroom.
want to open up my Happy Meal? There's a surprise in there.
Paul hasn't opened up my Happy Meal in years. I used to work at McDonald's, too.
Oh, damn! Look at the size of his Big
Who
Man.
wants my special whipped cream on their horse shakes?
Hey, who want to smell my fillet of fish?
Paul hasn't smelled my fillet of fish in years.
Damn, baby! Is that a McRib in your pocket, or you just happy to see me?
There's tampons in the men's room, guys. Help yourself,
Can
they're
somebody come and
free.
help me toss my salad?
Hey, our horse shakes are filled with protein.
Hey, baby,
Wake
I'll
up.
show you my milkshake if you show me your sausage McMuffin.
Oh! Anybody want to dip their nuggets in my special sauce?
Hey, who want to dip their fry in my
Hey,
milkshake?
kid, I'm giving out free McFlurries in the bathroom.
Hey, can you imagine me?
You
working
can't
at
have it
McDonald's?
your way. Not as
long as I'm working here. Damn, I wish that son of a
yeah.
burrito was in my mouth.
Looks like Tim Waltz isn't the only one with stolen valor.
I swear I worked at McDonald's. Well, I worked on the coda of McDonald's. That's why I met Willie. He gave me my first quarter pounder.
Bye, Kamala.
I'm sorry, but I found that hilarious. I saw that come up today, and I just had to do it. That was just so great. But I got I added two things to my studio today. If you look back here, and I got my Declaration of Independence from Mount Rushmore and the Presidential Wax Museum right there. And then wait till you see this. Wait till you see it. Wait, here it is. Check this out. This is my favorite piece right here. Oh, yeah. We got the Trump bobblehead. Is that awesome or what? I couldn't pass this up when I saw this. That was so freaking great. It was awesome. So yeah, I got a couple pieces here while I was out there. So that was pretty good. So, all right, what do we got now? Okay, I've got, if you guys saw the angry man that stormed Trump's stage today at his rally, take a look at this real quick. Of course, angry Democrats, this is what they're good for, violence.
Check this out right here. This Young Turks Destiny fan in the crowd tries to rush President Trump at the rally in PA. Everybody's safe and Trump continue with the speech, but you dudes is lucky. One of these days, you're not going to get caught by the cops first. You're going to get caught by somebody in that crowd that's there for that reason. Hit that like and that subscribe.
Now, I love what he said. Someday somebody going to catch one of them. They going to get just pulled down and arrested. Trust me. But Tammy, is that true? I did not hear that or anything, but I hope it's true. That would be hilarious. We could roll with that. Lee, what's going on, man? Lee is in the house too. Welcome everybody back to the first day back. Kind of missed everybody there. There's Rowdy, he's 63. What's going on, Rowdy? All right, let's go. Let's keep going here. I got a lot of stuff to go. We got so much going on. 2 months away, people. 2 months away from us election, and the Democrats are doing nothing but lie. Hence the title of the show, Desperation, Thy Name is Democrat. They are so desperate. They are lies after lies after lies. That's why I added a few things on here. So we're going to start one. This is thanks to Vixen, Violent Vixen 29. My little favorite person here. No, everybody's my favorite people on here. But thanks to her, I got this one of the Gold Star family, because the Democrats have to lie about Trump's. They're saying it was politically motivated, him being at Arlington National Cemetery, which they want to run their damn mouths before they even know for a fact why he was there. And why was he there? And you all know this. He was invited there by the family of the 13 that fallen. So I've got one of them. I'm not going to play them all like Wendy Bell did today. She played about every damn one of them. And you guys probably seen it. But I'm going to play the one that meant the most to me to listen to what he has to say. So take a listen to this.
Corporal Jared Schmitz. Here we are on a beautiful holiday weekend day. I got to stop what I'm doing, spending time with what's left of my family, to address a heinous vile and disgusting post put out by Kamala Harris, trying to incite those that don't follow the truth that President Trump was in Arlington as a political stunt. Shows you how much you know about the 13 families. We invited him to be there. Groundwork was put into place by Congressman Ice's office to make sure we followed protocol. Why did we want Trump there? It wasn't to help his political campaign. We wanted a leader. That explains why you and Joe didn't get a call. Imagine for a second that your kid is killed, and there's a president of the United States willing to take you under his wing and listen to you. That's what we found in President Trump. Certainly not you, and certainly not Joe Biden. You have 13 families who have been waiting over 3 years to so much as get a phone call, to so much as hear our kids' names said aloud in the halls of Congress, at a State of the Union, hell, anything. The irony behind your post that you give a rat's ass about our military or our veterans, Jared's brothers and sisters in arms, the rest of the 12, their brothers and sisters in arms, is an outright lie. We're living proof of that. You're despicable. You have zero business running this country. And I pray to God, Americans wake the hell up and get your ass out of office.
Now, I don't think he could have said it any better than that. And they should be ashamed of themselves. But sit there and want to say lies after lies about the disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan, and could sit there and just ignore the blood that is on their hands. MAGA, what's going on, MAGA? But if you're Kristen Welker from Meet the Press, you could just sit there and lie all you want, right? Take a look at this.
You know who the families also invited? Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Where were they? Joe Biden was sitting at a beach. Kamala Harris was sitting at her mansion in Washington, D.C. She was 4 miles away. 10 minutes. She could have gone to the cemetery and honored the sacrifice of those young men and women.
Well, they did meet with them during the dignified transfer. They were with them at the dignified transfer. They did meet with them during the dignified transfer. They were with them at the dignified transfer.
Now you heard that yourself. I played it twice so we wouldn't be confused of what she said. But then they want to say, oh, they misspoke. Every time they lie and they're caught, they misspoke. No, it's downright damn lying, period. Any way they want to try to cut on Trump, they'll do it. And this bitch needs fired. So she blatantly lied, knowing they were not there, saying they met with him at the dignified. They're so full of shit. This is what's despicable. And this shows the desperation of the Democrats. And we've got so much more going on here that it's unbelievable. And I added another screen to my massive thing I've got going on now. Now I've got 5 screens, so it's crazy. But happy Labor Day, MAGA. The one asset the left has is that they have no shame. Got that right, Dennis. None whatsoever. They lie, and we all know they're lying. And what Tina said earlier, do they think we're stupid enough to believe what they say? Well, they must, but we don't. We know they're liars. It's been going on for too many years now. Harris is not at the dignified transfer, and Joe was checking his watch. Joe was still sitting on a beach. Was nowhere even close to here. You're right, Tina. And what? Kamala Harris is down there? Oh, my. We're going to get into that, I think, I don't know if today or tomorrow, but about No, I got it today. She's right now, actually, I'm going to be getting into this about her lies and bullshit every time we turn around. Every time they're caught, they move the goalpost. Oh, most definitely, William. Tammy, fact checks post claim McDonald's confirmed it. Fired Harris for stealing. Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. We got to see if I can bring that up there. Okay. We'll go see if we can get that. So that's confirmed. It's fired. She was fired from McDonald's. See, she can't even work at McDonald's. How the hell is she going to run a country? She can't. No, the scum needs to swing. Sign into the web version of my phone to send the McD's fact. I can't show it on here. It'd take me too long to show that picture. So, but yes, it's verified. Okay. Just spent some time looking for that story about McDonald's. Zero verifiable evidence of her even having worked the other than the parroting her story as fact. Well, you know that the Democrats are going to say it's fake anyways. Because why are you going to believe your very own lying eyes? For stealing. Yep, Tina, she was stealing. She's not even competent enough to run a lemonade stand, let alone that if she gets fired from McDonald's. Like she stole the nomination. Exactly right. And that's what read yesterday. All right. Well, let's get into this. I now I've got two mouths I have to work here, and I got to remember which one I've got. But and I know you guys have probably seen a lot of this since she did this fake interview, and what you missed at Kamala Harris's train wreck edited interview with chaperone Tim Walsh by CNN. So it doesn't count as a real interview because it was not live. It was taped and recorded over and edited. So you cannot count that, right? So what we're going to get into here is the first one about Harris lying about fracking during the CNN so-called interview. Take a look at this.
When you were in Congress, you supported the Green New Deal. And in 2019, you said, quote, "There is no question I'm in favor of banning fracking." Fracking, as you know, is a pretty big issue, particularly in your must-win state of Pennsylvania. Sure. Do you still want to ban fracking?
No, and I made that clear on the debate stage in 2020, that I would not ban fracking. As vice president, I did not ban fracking. As president, I will not ban fracking.
In 2019, I believe, in a town hall, you said you were asked, would you commit to implementing a federal ban on fracking on your first day in office? And you said, there's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. So yes. So it changed in that campaign?
In 2020, I made very clear where I stand. We are in 2024, and I've not changed that position, nor will I going forward. I kept my word, and I will keep my word.
What made you change that position at the time?
Well, let's be clear. My values have not changed. I believe it is very important that we take seriously what we must do to guard against what is a clear crisis in terms of the climate. And to do that, we can do what we have accomplished thus far. The Inflation Reduction Act, what we have done to invest, by my calculation, over probably $1 trillion over the next 10 years, investing in a clean energy economy. What we've already done, creating over 300,000 new clean energy jobs. That tells me, from my experience as vice president, we can do it without banning fracking. In fact, Dana, I cast the tie-breaking vote that actually increased leases for fracking as vice president. So I'm very clear about where I stand.
And was there some policy or scientific data that you saw that you said, oh, okay, I get it now?
What I have seen is that we can grow and we can increase a thriving clean energy economy without banning fracking.
Okay.
You see all the lies and lies. CNN was actually getting to the point that she's lying, showing the fact that she is all for banning. I've showed that video over and over again in multiple videos different ones saying that she is for banning fracking. And she, of course, you saw when she asked her about 2019 that she rolled right around it and said, 2020, I proved and I did not ban fracking. She has no control over banning anything as vice president. They are nothing but a puppet, just like Joe Biden was, but he was actually the installed president. So she has no control of anything. She can't do anything as vice president. So when she says that you heard her yourself, she didn't ban fracking as vice president. Well, she didn't have a choice. So I'm so sick of the lies. This is what I'm talking about, the desperation with these lies. And the bad part about it is the idiots that actually sit back at her rallies and clap for them and say, when she says, well, we're going to fix the border, we're going to fix inflation, we're going to fix the prices, everything they've caused, she's going to fix now. But these people, yay, you dumbasses, they're the ones that caused the problem, and you're going to clap for her to fix what they caused. How stupid can you have to be to listen to that and actually clap for that, knowing they're the ones that caused that? Exactly, Tina. I've played it over and over again. Yes, Tammy, she's lying through her teeth. And they're probably not real teeth either. They've probably been, never mind, I can't go there right now. We can do what we've done so far, nothing. Right. Her values have not changed. She's still an idiot, and she will do the opposite of what she says. She is making it very clear she will absolutely positively not ban fracking until she does. Exactly right, Dennis, because that's what's going to happen. The skank mouth is open. She's lying. Most definitely is. That's for sure. When any Democrat lips are moving, they're lying. We know, yeah, definitely MAGA. I don't think she can't. She can't ban anyways. Exactly, Tammy. It's on federal land. She has no control over that. And she thinks she does. She's an idiot. America is America in the house. America. Are you in the house, America? I didn't see your name, but I'm seeing people saying hi to you. Mr. Scandinavia in the house. Depends on the meaning of the word fix. Yeah, she's going to make it even worse. That's for sure. Vic, I was going to say something like that. I was going to say her teeth been knocked out by a few of those rods. No one would vote for them. They actually told the truth. Not even a clueless, brainless sheep. I don't know. These people are pretty big idiots. Now, let's see if I could keep going here. Okay, the next one we got on. I got a laptop running now. So, communism is the perfect recipe for an economic collapse. And this is the man that knows for a fact how money works, Steve Forbes. And I want you to hear him on what's going to happen if Kamala Harris gets into the White House. Take a listen.
The Democrats opened their convention with a troubled economy and our most precarious national security position since World War II. Things look to get worse if Kamala Harris wins the White House. Last Friday, the Democrats' presumptive nominee, Kamala Harris, delivered a much ballyhooed speech on what she plans to do about the economic mess that she and Joe Biden did so much to create. To begin with, she made a fundamental mistake about inflation. High prices are a result of inflation, not its cause. Let's repeat that. High prices are a result of inflation, not inflation's cause. Prices went up because of the value of the dollar went down. It was weakened. In addition, the COVID lockdowns disrupted the world's highly intricate supply chains, which also sent costs soaring. Recovery from those disruptions to production have been hampered by the monsoon of regulations the Biden-Harris team are inflicting. The reaction of the Biden-Harris administration to inflation is the ancient one of scapegoating. Today it is price gouging by greedy corporations. Her solution? Price controls, which fail every time they're trotted out. Controls create shortages. People won't produce at a loss. Under a Harris administration, government spending will balloon even more, depriving the economy of productive resources. Her desires for big tax increases will crush commerce. All in all, Harris's is a formula for depression.
Now, if you idiot liberals out there cannot believe anything, this man knows a little bit about money, knows a lot about economies, and didn't gain a fortune because he didn't know anything. And this man is totally right. He is going. MAGA, thanks for stopping by, man. Had a great trip, MAGA. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, yeah, it's going to be early. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Finally, someone gets it, right? Inflation is the increase of currency, not the higher prices economic. Exactly. These idiots want to sit there and say that the corporations are price gouging. No, it's the cause. There's a cause and effect to inflation. And if you idiots don't understand that, go back to school and learn something for a change. All right, what do we got up next? We've got a body expert that was watching the CNN interview and suggests that Harris was uncomfortable, hollow, and they say insincere. Well, that's their politically correct version of lying her ass off. So take a look at this and what they talk about her body language.
When I look at her overall demeanor, she does not carry the confidence or the presidential appearance to command in her position. With Kamala Harris looking down oftentimes and looking over to the side, looking at the other reporters that were in the room, we're distractors. She struggles. And when she struggles, you start to see a lot of the head bobbling. You know, the head bobbling is what part of the file in my subconscious am I going to pull out? Which ones are my answers? When you bobble and waffle like that, again, that's another signal that she's not really either one prepared, she doesn't really have confidence in her own answers, and that she is waffling on some issues because what's happening is she knows what she feels and what she believes in. She's trying to tell it slightly different, and there is that it collides. When you're breaking gaze, that is a form of deflection. So when you're removing an eye gaze, not making good eye contact, it's just showing me that she's not confident in what she's saying. I'm looking at you in the camera, and I'm making direct eye contact with all of your viewers. That's what she needed to do. It takes small tweaks to make big changes, and she really does need some body language coaching.
Yeah, you see it right there. And they use this as a expert in hearings and trials and all that kind of stuff. So I pretty much want to believe her too, right? Okay. Let me finish up here, going right here. Now I want to read something that William put out here. Harris has made this claim repeatedly over the years, and multiple reputable news outlets have reported on the story. But aside from Harris's testimony itself, there is no evidence, such as a photo, employment record, confirmation from a friend or family member, to independently verify the claim that they've reached out to Harris's campaign and McDonald's and will update this report when or if we learn more. Kamala Harris never worked at McDonald's. That was just another lie that was pounced upon and skewed this way and that. Thank you for that, William. And I'm not surprised by the lies because Biden has done it since he's been in office, and she's just following right on his coattail on everything that's been going on. So, yes, I can believe that they're all going to lie. I think what's all we're going to see for the next 2 months, the lies getting worse, and that is what we're going to hamper on for these next 2 months. That is why we have to get these people the hell woke up. because we've got a lot. Hey, Cecil, I just saw you in there. Kamala is just a propped up fake for the deep state. Just like Biden, Cecil, you're right. Because she's easily controlled and manipulated. Because they probably got so much on her that, oh my, with her and the dimwit Walls, the liar, he's a piece of shit liar too. And we're finding more and more about him too. And I think I have a couple of him here coming up soon. Oh, let's see. I'm still trying to figure out where to look at the camera at. Yeah, right in. I've got a teleprompter, Vic, and they're very inexpensive. If you want to get one of those with a little tablet, and that's how because I can't remember my monologues when I do those. So I have those up there. I used to dictate the whole thing, but you can look right at the camera. Just look right at the lens, and you'll be fine. You did fine on Jerry's show. You're going to do fine, period. It's going to be great. I'm excited for you to start. She's a cannon fodder. I don't see why all the focus on one person when we could beat the brakes off the actual policies we dislike. But hey, it's all gravy. I'm here for the ride. Exactly right, William. But the problem is she has no policies. And the only one policy that she did put out tends to collapse our economy. No doubt about it. It will collapse the economy. But the bigger problem is these idiot liberals don't know any better. And they're just happy to applaud. Like always, they're idiot morons, and wonder why people get pissed at me because I call people morons and idiots. Well, that's why. All you got to do is look at it. I can't wait till you start, Vic. I'm sorry. The stuff you told me, well, that was a week or so ago. I'm really excited about that. It's something that interests me. So everybody, we got to watch out for Vic and Gab's show as soon as it comes. As soon as they get everything together. Okay, now I've got Pelosi. Oh, I can't stand this drunken grandma. But with her and that McDonald's thing, I had to do this. But Pelosi claims that Kamala Harris won the open primary at the DNC. No, she didn't. This was all rigged. But I am going to, if I can remember which damn mouse to use, I got to get rid of this one. And I can't remember what I named this, but yeah, this is about the primary and the lies, more lies from the Democrats. Take a look at this. And this is from I think this is from our friends down under, Sky News. Take a look.
The climate crisis is real, that it is an urgent matter to which we should apply metrics that include holding ourselves to deadlines around time. We did that with the Inflation Reduction Act.
It basically sums up Kamala Harris's ongoing obsession with word salads and burdening Americans with her bizarre jargon. Kamala Harris has refused to do any interviews or press conferences since the Democrat elite punted old Joe Biden in favour of her. Therefore, there have been zero opportunities to properly scrutinise her and her policies, or lack thereof. She's avoided it. And today she does her first interview pre-recorded, so not live, and therefore we don't know how much was edited and cut out. She chose a network where most Democrats feel at home, CNN, one of the most liberal media outlets in America, you know, the same one that covered up Joe Biden's cognitive decline for years.
President Biden, who I've been around numerous times just in this last year, is sharp, he's focused, he's bright.
I was in almost every meeting with the president, and the president was in front of and on top of it all.
He is good in small settings, yes, and he's a good small talker, and he puts you at ease if you're in a small group with him.
But the bizarre thing is, Kamala Harris could not do the interview alone. She had to do it with Tim Walz. And look at the optics of this. They are sitting at a black table like they're about to break bread and have lunch, except, of course, this is actually meant to be a serious interview setup. Yet Kamala looks small and just awkward in the middle. And if you look closely, Tim Walz's collar is not even sitting right. And while Kamala takes most of the questions, Walz is left there to look around, and all he can really do is nod his head.
Yeah, you see that? But they just showed all the lies because she has no crib notes there, Tammy. If you see that, so she's lying, and she's got to remember what her lies are. So she keeps looking down for the lies. And then they want to sit there and talk about Walz. Well, we're going to get into Walz here now because Tim Walz's own brother, and you guys got to see this, is considering joining forces with Trump. Slams his brother, governor, is unfit to make decisions about your future. His own brother is saying this stuff. Take a look at this real quick, and his brother talking about it himself. Now, if that's pretty bad when your own brother won't vote for you, what else can you say? But yet again, Tim Walz is embroiled in another lie, and these people are being too nice. They're calling it a major scandal. This is, as far as the 2004 George Bush rally. Take a listen to this.
For 2 decades, Governor Tim Walz told a story of being denied entry into a Bush campaign rally with his students in 2004. He emphasized how the moment inspired him to run for political office. That story is missing facts and context. The students in question were barred from the rally prior to the event after a confrontation that made local news earlier that week. One anonymous source says Walz was granted entry, and the Washington Examiner confirmed the students in question were not Walz's students. While Walz claims the moment inspired him to become politically active, he was pictured at an anti-Bush protest days before the event. The validity of Walz's stories have come into question as he faces stolen valor allegations.
My wife, the English teacher, told me my grammar is not always correct. But again, if it's not this, it's an attack on my children for showing love for me, or it's an attack on my dog. I'm not going to do that. And the one thing I'll never do is I'll never demean another member's service in any way. I never have, and I never will.
No, but you'll sit there and lie about your own. You never carried a weapon into war. How many lies does it take for these people to wake the hell up? It must be part of the Democrats' rules that you have to be a good liar, or just a liar in general, to be a Democrat, because that's all they do is lie. And one lie goes to another. That's why I say lying is never good. Lie will always come back to bite you in the ass. So, yeah, Dennis, that's deadlines around time. Did you see where she was going with that? Oh yeah, her word salads are like crazy. That is why they won't let her do a real interview. That's why they are running a basement campaign and trying to win like they did with Biden. Well, they cheated to win Biden. That's all the period. You will always be hated for telling the truth. The truth convicts them every time. Most definitely, Cecil. It is a lie after lie after lie. And then we are called conspiracy theorists when we say there's a lie. And then, oh, why don't you prove it? Send me the article. Well, it's right in front of your face. I don't have to send you no damn articles, you freaking lazy ass idiots that don't want to do the work. They want us to do their work for them. I'm so sick of them. I just delete them. I've had enough of their asses. Okay. Now this one is Dennis Prager to Newsmax. The Democrats dumped liberalism for leftism. And I'm going to let you listen to him yourself and talking about this. Take a listen.
The left has taken over the word liberal, but that's a hijacking. The left has nothing in common with liberalism on any issue. FDR, was FDR liberal? Okay, Franklin D. Roosevelt, it's before my time, but we're allowed to read history. FDR constantly spoke about the battle to save Western civilization. He even said often Christian civilization. President Trump went to Warsaw, said that we have to fight to preserve Western civilization. And do you know what the New York Times, the Washington Post, and the entire left said? It was a dog whistle to white supremacists. That was universally believed on the left, that to say we need to preserve Western civilization is a code word for white racism. If you understand left has nothing to do with liberal, everything becomes much clearer in the United States.
Well said. You can't say it any better, but this is exactly what the Democrats are doing. And this is what we cannot have happen. That's for sure. Now, this next one has something to do with the question I'm going to be asking here right after this. So, Democrats grow concerned Republicans are planting seeds with legal suits to overturn a Trump defeat. What do we always say when the Democrats blame the Republicans for something? They are doing to themselves, right? Ooh, another damn that. Every time they turn around, this is what's happening. And this is what has to be stopped come November. I'm sick of hearing their bullshit crybaby whiner stuff. And so we're going to show you that how the Democrats are filing lawsuits to overturn already the election. Take a look at this real quick.
Tonight, Democrats have filed a new lawsuit backed by Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign that challenges new election rules recently passed by the state election board. The actions of the board's Republican majority have come under scrutiny ever since former President Donald Trump praised the new members, 3 of them, at a campaign rally in Atlanta. They recently passed a rule requiring a reasonable inquiry into election results before they can be certified. Now, Democrats at the national level and across the state are firing back, asking the Fulton County Superior Court to make it so that certification cannot be delayed. A member of the Harris-Walz campaign sent a statement about the lawsuit, saying in part, certifying an election is not a choice, it's the law. A few unelected extremists can't just decide not to count your vote.
So you see, the Democrats are already planting their lawsuits. So this is what I say when the Democrats say something, that's what they're doing, right? And Williams says that he noticed that himself, he was a liberal when he come back from his anarchistic teens. Over time, everything has shifted so much that he is now a conservative just for standing on common sense and God-given rights. I can believe that one too, that's for sure. Okay, everybody, this is Dennis's Don't Get Dead segment, hunkering down, hunkering in. Do you remember the first rule of survival after immediately safety? 98.6 is so tomorrow evening. We'll address the first phase of the home preparedness, maintaining the core temperature under cold whenever the grid is down or the power is out. Also, keep in mind that no one will be looking for the Democrat whenever the shit hits the fan. So remember that tomorrow night we're going to start in the hunkering down, Don't Get Dead segment. And don't forget, if it's still up there in the air, if you guys write this stuff down, guys, I think it's still good, isn't it, Dennis? The knife and the book. If you win after it's all is said and done, what time we got left? Okay, I got to make sure. The Democrats turned their backs on everyone, not just blacks. Exactly right. And that's why we got to wake most of the blacks up well, remember, Democrats said they don't know what a computer is and they can't go get an ID, because they're black. So I'm hoping somebody will show this to them on their phones, because since they don't know what a computer is, because Democrats are idiots. So I can't believe they actually vote for him. All right. What do we got? Because they now have 20 million new others and don't need the black vote. Exactly right, Leonard. Hey, well, Leonard, welcome to the show. You're exactly right. They brought their voters in. So they don't need anybody. That's what happens when politicians don't need you anymore. They just blow you off to the side and make shit up and call you names and say you're dumb as a box of rocks because you don't know what a computer is, or you don't know how to get to a Kinko's to get an ID or to DMV or something. Oh, yeah, that's pretty pathetic. And people would actually vote for these idiots. All right, now, you know what, people? The Democrats are throwing Joe Biden further under the bus, and now they're starting to leak information out about the Biden administration, the Biden crime family syndicate, just so there's no chance in hell that he'll try to take over the election. Take a look at this.
The latest accusation against President Joe Biden's son Hunter comes as the federal case looking into his foreign business dealings draws near. It centers on Romanian businessman Gabriel Popoviciu, with allegations Hunter Biden and another business associate received compensation from him, asserting he was attempting to influence U.S. policy and public opinion.
In with new claims about President Biden's son, Hunter.
Yeah, we're learning more about his business dealings overseas when his father was vice president. A new report overnight claims he asked the federal government for help with a project that would benefit a Ukrainian gas company.
Amid an ongoing lawsuit aimed at compelling the Justice Department, DOJ, to release records from special counsel Robert Hur's investigation into President Joe Biden's handling of classified documents prior to his presidency, the DOJ has revealed the existence of 117 pages of transcribed conversations between Biden and his ghostwriter. This disclosure was brought to light by the Oversight Project, a conservative watchdog organization that initiated the lawsuit.
So you see there, they keep throwing him under the bus over and over and over again. But all the when we were saying it before, it was all lies and bullshit. But now all of a sudden Joe Biden's out, not coming back, so they're going to throw him under the bus even more. So you see how that thing works for him. But Dennis did verify. You guys keep a list of the hunkering down stuff, and the same deal goes. Make the list, and after the segment is done, you'll send me the list. And the same deal is the knife and the book. You guys keep a list, so we're going to keep repeating that. Make your list and keep it. Make a list and check it twice. That's what we're going to be. You're naughty or nice, guys. Okay, here we go. We got a couple more minutes here. We can throw some more stuff in here. But former Labor Secretary Robert Reich calls for Musk arrest over free speech laws. Now tell me if this doesn't show of signs of desperation by the Democrats trying to stop even Elon Musk, because he bought Twitter, X, and he is allowing the truth to be out. They want to call it misinformation, but it's the truth that they are trying to censor everybody. Good luck trying to arrest Elon Musk. Which one do we got here? I think this is it. Let me look at the name of what I put down here. Yes, this is. I think this is Steve Forbes again talking about the censoring of free speech. Take a listen.
The rising price of free speech. When Elon Musk announced that he would have a live conversation with Donald Trump on X, formerly known as Twitter, the European Union's chief censor sent the intrepid entrepreneur a letter worthy of a gangster like the TV legend Tony Soprano. He warned Musk that if anything was said that the censor deemed misinformation or the dissemination of harmful content, then Musk and X would be subject to severe penalties. In fact, this censor, numerous officials like him, have been after Musk since he took control of Twitter several years ago and ripped away the veil of censorship Twitter had previously practiced. The censor in this case is a man called Thierry Breton, who has the title of the European Commissioner for Internal Market. Among his tasks is monitoring internet content. He gets his authority from an EU regulation called the Digital Services Act, the DSA, which, quote, details range of actions to promote transparency and accountability of online services, end quote. With vague wording like that, bureaucrats like Breton can run wild in controlling content. Breton has acted with the gusto of witch hunters in medieval times. While Musk gave Breton the equivalent of the middle finger, companies operating in Europe constantly feel the lash of Breton. Noted legal analyst Jonathan Turley, author of the new book Big Brother is Watching You, points out that Breton, quote, has wielded the sweeping powers and vague standards of the DSA to force companies to engage in comprehensive censorship regardless of national laws or their own values.
Now you see, the Democrats are working with countries to censor us as conservatives, trying to push Elon Musk over with, I don't remember who it was now right off the bat, but who said they were going to arrest Elon Musk if he ever went into their country. These Democrats will stoop at nothing, hence the title of today's show. So now we're going to get into real quick about California Assembly passes the bill, another to fix the election, banning local voter ID requirements. They're banning you giving IDs to prove you can vote, but you got to use them for alcohol and cigarettes and all this stuff. Take a look at this real quick.
Lawmakers in California passed a law banning voter identification in local elections after the city of Huntington Beach approved a voter ID requirement for municipal elections. The new law will override the city's policy. According to the bill, quote, an overwhelming body of evidence proves that voter ID laws only subvert voter turnout and create barriers to law-abiding voters. An amendment to the bill banning illegal migrants from voting made by Republican State Assembly member Bill Lee failed. Non-citizens are already allowed to vote in local school board elections in San Francisco, and an upcoming ballot measure, if passed, will allow non-citizens to vote in all municipal elections in the city. People across the U.S. will be voting on dozens of issues involving life, health, crime, and taxes come November. In fact, more than...
Now, you like the fact that they're trying to fix the elections already in just these Democrat-run states, from banning people so you can't prove that they're actually who they are. Oh, yeah, this is just totally out of control. When you know the cheat is on, that's why they keep saying, Trump keeps saying, too big to rig. This is why we have to keep pushing people to get in there. Marky Zuckerberg is up against the wall, too. Oh, most definitely. Trump threatened him with prison time if he tries to fix this election like he did in 2020. So we'll have to see what's happening. Cecil said it's all a distraction to keep the people's eyes off of what's really happening in our country, forcing Americans straight into communism. Trump temporarily slowed their plans down for now, which is why they will stop at nothing to keep Trump out of office by any means necessary. You are exactly right there, Cecil. But Trump's not, he doesn't stay quiet because he's already sit there to say the Democrats give illegals luxury hotels, leaving our veterans on the street. And he's exactly right. Take a listen to this.
Under Kamala Harris, American veterans are treated worse by far than illegal aliens. Illegal aliens are treated. You ever see them? They stay in hotels. We have veterans sleeping on the street, and inside luxury hotels, you have people that came into our country, many from prisons, many from mental institutions, many terrorists, and they are treated better than our veterans. They don't care about our veterans. As border czar, Kamala has spent over $1 billion of taxpayer money to house illegal aliens and foreign migrants in some of the most expensive housing and hotels anywhere in the country. Meanwhile, more than 41,000 homeless American veterans are living in squalor on our streets.
And these 3 million houses she wants to build are going to go to these illegal criminals, not to our American people. And that's what pisses me off the most about all this, is because of this bullshit. Can you fathom what America will look like with Kamala as POTUS? Look at California and you'll know. Exactly right. It is pathetic and despicable. Exactly, Leonard. And this is something we cannot let go. That's why we are on here doing this show, to wake people up, to show them the truth. But they don't want to listen. Well, look at this, because Labor Day is this has been the most expensive Labor Day ever under Kamala Harris. Take a look at this real quick. The prices now under Kamala Harris and Biden. Take a look at this. Now you're going to see the prices here, and I didn't put any sound or anything to this, but there's how much they have risen from Trump to them now. Look how much everything has went up. And people can't see this, but of course, this is a lie. Believe it with your very lying eyes, like KJP would say. That is not a lie. That's a fact right there. It's a fact. And these people don't want to listen to it. And that's what pisses me off the most, that these people don't want to listen to facts. These fake polls are trying to condition everyone into thinking Harris has a good chance. So when the cheat goes on, everyone will just think she won. Exactly right. All the polls are lies. The one poll that I did have up here today showed Trump ahead in the swing states. And okay, that's not a problem. I mean, Trump is probably ahead in all of them, but they're just not showing it. And that's the problem that we're having right now. $150,000 for illegals to buy a home in California, and the homeless veterans getting nothing. Oh, yeah. And then you got, and people are going to believe this because you got Kamala Harris promising $25,000 for Americans to buy a house for a down payment, but $30,000 to illegals. Does that make sense? We're giving everything to illegals, but we're not giving anything to our own people. So you guys got to understand what the hell's going on here. And the lies are not going to stop. We must stop them no matter what happens. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I think we had a great show again. I'm glad to be back. I actually missed the show while I was gone. And I was trying to do a few things, getting some stuff out to you guys while I was on vacation. And I think it turned out pretty well. And I've got, like I said, I've got another video I'm going to try to put out tomorrow after I'm done setting up the show. And I'm tired, so if I don't wake up tomorrow for tomorrow's show. Leonard said, heard somebody say that President Trump looks like he's losing. Right. IP until he doesn't. Oh, yeah. 150,000 in California. Yep. Where the hell is KJP? Oh, hell, she ain't been silent since Joe Biden left, and Joe Biden hasn't been back until today after he went to the DNC. So what the hell's up with that? Who was running the country? Did you see the video of the lady on the street in Colorado saying Venezuelans are getting $15,000 per month in food stamp and $5,000 per month in cash? Oh, my. Yeah, there's so much going on, guys, but people got to work tomorrow. So we're going to close this here, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. So I'll leave you with this. As we wrap up tonight's episode, let's remember that the fight for our nation's future is far from over. The upcoming election isn't just about choosing a leader. It's about choosing a direction for our country. We must remain vigilant against the creeping influence of socialism and communism, which threatens the very fabric of our freedom and democracy. Corruption in Washington, D.C. continues to undermine the trust we place in our elected officials. It's up to us, the people, to hold them accountable and demand transparency and integrity. The Great Recess, championed by the World Economic Forum, poses a significant challenge to our sovereignty and a way of life. We must stay informed and resist any attempts to erode our liberties under the guise of global cooperation. And as Harris's campaign gains momentum, we must scrutinize her policies, which she has none, and promises, ensuring they align with the values we hold dear, and they do not. Thank you for joining in tonight, guys. Stay strong, stay informed, and stay together. And let's continue to fight for the America we believe in. Good night. God bless. See you tomorrow night, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night. Leonard, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for stopping by, guys. It's great. Good night, everyone.